Hey everybody, today I'm going to talk about being an absolute tyrant at work. So two experiences I can think of. My first was being a people manager where every day my prayer would be, I hope they don't piss me off. I was a type A high performer and I was, stressed out, anxious and worried, and that carried through to my people management style. And I was an awful, awful boss. And these days when it comes to me managing different associates, rather than, kind of like, what the hell were you thinking? My questions to them are, tell me more, help me to understand. But even though I was a terrible manager, I was also a terrible employee and colleague. I was just rude and I had an ego that I was untouchable. I was really good at what I did, that I was untouchable, and I was just awful to work with. And I remember about 2 years sober, I ended up at a conference. I was going to speak on a panel at a conference, and that's kind of when there are a couple people on stage and there's an MC asking questions. Well, I ran into people that I had been with at this job where I was an absolute tyrant, and nobody wanted to talk to me, understandably, because I just had horrible behavior. And on stage, I'm not a very controversial person, and the MC usually calls on people that are saying, like sexy things. And so I wasn't called on first until the very last question. And the very last question is, tell me something that you wish you would have done earlier in your career. And I spoke candidly. I was like, I wish I would have played nicer in the sandbox. I've learned how to be a better people manager. And everyone after me was talking about networking. I wish I would have done more networking. And I'm sitting on this stage thinking, oh my God, I just harpooned my career. Now, interestingly, what happened afterward is once that panel discussion was done and I got off and I was walking around the conference, the colleagues that were avoiding me started talking to me. So unintentionally, I made a very needed public amends. So it was a good experience. And in hindsight, I'm grateful that that happened.